We have a call to action here to create a new event. Today, I'm not going to create the event. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into one of our previous events and go through the settings from there. So this is the back end of your event. Here, you'll be able to see your dashboard. This is what you're initially presented with. This will give you how much engagement you've got, your stage summary, how many sessions you've run, networks, etc. All of the main details that you would need and analytics that you would need across your event. Key things here would be your ticket sales. So if you are selling tickets, you can get an up-to-date analytics on the ticket sales that you have and when you've made those ticket sales, and your registration by country. Just to be clear with the registration by country, it's based on the profile of where you've set your profile to. It's not based on geolocation. So if you set your profile to the UK, that's where it will always say that you are registering from. So there is no tracking on the attendees. That is the overview of your dashboard area. You'll also be able to preview the registration page from here and preview the event. Okay. Then we'll go into the setup section. Within the setup section, you will see the key details. Now, this is the initial settings for your event. Here, you'll be able to turn off any feature off or on, depending upon whether you may need it for your event. So you may not actually want a stage for your event. So you'd tick that, uncheck that if you didn't actually want a stage and you were just potentially running sessions. Again, you can turn off or turn on any of these features. You'll also put in your event details, such as your event name. You can set up a custom URL, the type of category that it may be in, your start date, etc., your currency that you're billing your attendees on, and such things as setting up whether you want to have the event, whether you want to have chats, polls, whether you want to be able to see the people and the Q&A. So if you look at the menu on the left-hand side, what you'll be able to see is you'll be able to see the chat, the polls, the people, and the Q&A. So you can turn these features off and on if you wish to do so. We're now going to the setup for the registration page. So again, to preview this page, you just look at it up here. But what this will give you is it will give you your cover image for the registration page, and you'll get a WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get for editing and putting in any content or information regarding your event. We'll now move on to the ticket setup. Now, you can create multiple levels of tickets. When you create the tickets, what you'll see is you'll see a ticket button here, which you can click create, and you can create different types of different levels of ticket, put a price against those tickets, and how many will be available. So, for example, if you have a VIP ticket, you may only have, say, 10 or 50 available for VIP, and they might be charged at a different price. The reasons you may want to do this is because you may have, certain areas, like, for example, the networking could be only available to those that have selected and purchased a VIP ticket. So you can set different permission levels based on the ticket that people have bought. So customization, this gives you the ability to change the look and feel of your event through putting in your own logos, setting your primary colors. And if I just quickly show you here, so I just went 000, you can see that we have just updated the color here. Now, we haven't actually updated that color yet because every single time that you make an edit on a page, you need to make sure you click submit before you exit off of those pages. But you'll have a full list of customization features. Now, with referrals, this is a fantastic feature that we have. What you can do is anybody that you wish to set up a referral scheme with to refer tickets, you can create a referral, put in the details of the referrer, and then with the percentage. Now, what that does is automatically through our system, if you say you're giving them 20% of the ticket price, that will automatically reconcile the transactions for any of the tickets that they sell. So after the event, they will then get any of their referral fees once the event has been completed. We also have referral analytics over here. So if you click on those details, you can get all of the referral information. So for any of your attendees, you might have, say, an alteration or an announcement you wish to make before the event starts. What we've enabled here is a bulk mailing system, enabling you to reach out to all of your attendees within the system. We use replace codes here, so all you'd need to do is fill out the details, say hi, subject being the event name maybe, and you might want to say announcement to that, and then put in the details of the user, the attendee that's attending, and send that announcement out to them. So that's it for the setup. We then will go through to the areas. Okay, so again, these are the details that you just fill in for the reception page. So this is the page that people initially land on once they've purchased the ticket and logged in. Again, we have a full WYSIWYG here. You can just update any key information, any descriptions that you want to do. Then you can also set up your stage from here. So one of the great features that we have on this is if you look to your left-hand side, we have a stage, we have a reception, session, etc. You can rename this module. So on the menu on the left-hand side of your screen, you'll be able to name that. You might want to call it event. I don't know off the top of my head, but you may want to rename these modules. So you'll be able to do that from here. And again, you'll be able to put like a short description, a stage title, and as I was discussing earlier, you can set this to a specific ticket type. You can also choose to record the stage. When you do record the stage, the details will actually be the recording will be available in the reports area after the event has finished. Moving on to sessions, as you can see, we have multiple sessions here, but if you just wanted to add a brand new session or edit a session, you just click on the edit button. This will give you all of the fields to create your session title, description, creating a cover image. And again, you can set who's actually available to watch this and how many participants you can have. Again, you have the same feature of being able to record that session and adding any integrations that you may need. So with the networking area, this will matchmake based on similar name, similar people type. So your attributes from your profile or similar ticket type. So you can select which type of matchmaking you want when networking. So these are one-to-one video sessions. Okay. And again, you can set the duration for your meetings. And you can actually also allow people to extend those one-to-one meetings. Move on to the Expo booth. So with the Expo booth, again, you can charge, and you can charge for this through the system for an Expo booth. This is where you'll be presented, your attendees will be presented with a landing page to whoever has a booth, and it will give them all of their details. So if we just go into one of these, like so, you can set this to a free or paid booth. You can set your vendor name, email address, and again, we'll have a cover image, logo, a WYSIWYG area, and then you can also set any videos and any contact information that they may need. So any of your attendees can then also reach out to the users within to the booths within the event by just sending an email directly through the system. The gamify section is actually based on integration, so such as Kahoot. So if you want to add the integration, you first need to go through the setup process of the integration. That's not covered in this event today, but it will be covered in a later event. But as I say, you can then set up integrations such as quizzes, which you can then utilize on a stage session. Again, there's not really much to show you on the map section. The map is pretty self-explanatory. Like I said, it just shows you it's a location of where people have registered from. Again, it's based on the person's profile, not on a geolocation. You can also update this and change the module name. What you'll see here is we'll also have the full schedule for each of the stage and sessions. This will also be shown on the front end of the registration page and the reception area. With artificial intelligence, as you can see, there is no data currently stored, but this will store the transcripts that you have. So as you can see, currently there is a transcript going at this present moment. And it will store the transcript here. You'll also have a summary overview. And again, we don't have that here, but we have the stats and any stats data that we do have. So this just stores all the data regarding the artificial intelligence and transcribing any of the stages. With the transcription, there is an additional with the AI feature, there is an additional fee for that. We are cheaper than all of our competitors, but we do charge per minute for that. So moving on to speakers. Now, with speakers, you can have multiple speakers on the stage, sessions, etc. What you can do is you can edit a person's profile or create a new profile here. With this, you can either choose to fill this information out by yourself, or you can get the information filled out by the speaker. This will send them a request to fill in all of their information via email. Sponsors, anybody that sponsors your event obviously will get all of their information added to the front end of the event in the registration page and reception area. When you add a sponsor, you can again either fill this out by yourself or fill this out or get the sponsor to fill this out. When you do fill out the sponsorships, again, you can just add the details of how you request the payment. The payment can be done in any of these methods. You can also connect your Stripe account to take the payment directly through the system. And you'll have all of the details that either yourself or the sponsor can fill out. This As I mentioned earlier in the business profile overview, you have the full list of attendees, but that's across all of your events. If you just wanted to access the data of the full list of attendees for a specific event, you would need to go here. So you'd need to go into the back end of the event and go to the attendee session. And again, you can export this data to a CSV. That may be because you want to plug it into your CRM, etc. But you'll be able to export that data. Reporting. So you'll see a number of different things for live analytics. So total attendees for stage, sessions, networking, expos, AI. You can also create reports from the system. So there are a number of different reports that you can create, and you'll have a report history here as well. This will give you just a bit more analytical data on the networking attendees, how many chat messages have come through to the system, and again, where people are attending from. So, as I mentioned earlier, when you, with a stage or a session, if you decide to record that, the recordings will be available here for the stage and the sessions.